welcome back to another video, and today I'm here with Erin!
Hey guys!
If you guys remember her, she actually was the Redstone Queen in that horror map from last year called Enderbrian's Horror. Now tell me, how scary was that map to you?
It was pretty scary because I didn't know what to expect because I've never been in that experience before, so it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
The jump scares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so today we're going to be reacting to some creepy horror stories. Ranking from like, I don't know, like from usual, like normal things that would occur to like abnormal stuff. And the first one is called Instagram Dating Horror Story.
Wow.
And I think it has something to do with the things that you might see in Instagram. Like, one would expect to happen. So, here we go. Ooh. Creepy.
I was a big Tinder guy a few years ago. Everywhere I went, I would update my location and then update, my body count.
Wow.
Then I quit doing Tinder and stuck with Instagram. I know, they're completely different, and IG has a bunch of fake accounts.
Yeah.
So I saw this girl commenting on all of my friends' pictures. Then she commented on mine. I also saw my friends replying, so I figured she was a real person because I looked on her page and she had way more followers than people she was following.
Wow.
Jeez.
So I DM'd her. I definitely thought she wasn't going to reply, but she did within an hour.
Wow, within an hour?
We talked for maybe 2 or 3 weeks and we made it official. She was pretty,
no.
had a degree, and a good job, as she said. I felt she was out of my league and too perfect. Every day she posted new photos, and I told my friends about her and they seemed pretty jealous, except for my friend Ryan. He said I was stupid because I never spoke with her, and I only messaged her. She invited me over because she said she can cook. Ryan told me to don't go. The rest of my friends said don't have any kids, and they would laugh.
This is not gonna be good, is it?
So I went over there, but not without Ryan calling me a clown first.
Yeah.
Don't believe everything that you...
The GPS
Don't believe
said she
anything that
lived
you
about
see.
an hour away.
An hour?
When I first started to talk to her, she told me that she lived in a
Wow.
nice neighborhood. But when I got there, there were people everywhere and the neighborhood was not that nice. When I stopped at the stop sign at the corner, people walked up to my windows and asked me, what do I need? But I pulled off really fast and got to the house.
That's good.
It was a duplex. So I messaged her, and she said to come up the stairs. It was about 9 at night,
some nice
and
house
people
there,
were
guys.
everywhere just standing around. I knocked on the door, and I was definitely excited.
Oh my goodness.
The door opened. And
Oh my gosh!
Red alert! Red alert!
Patchy beard.
Run!
Tattoos
Just
everywhere,
run.
including his head, with a tank top on.
Oh!
I asked, was Lisa home? And he said, yeah, come in.
I legit saw a tattoo of a goat
When I
head
walked in,
on his back.
I was immediately hit with a
It was like a
musty
fly on your
smell
head.
mixed with cheese.
Oh!
He told me to sit down, and he sat down across from me on the couch.
Oh, that's such a red
He
flag.
said she'll be out soon. He asked me, did I want something to drink, and I said, yeah, sure.
Oh, you stupid.
When I got up,
You see it?
I texted her, can she come out, please? She immediately said yes. The man came back in with 2 cups of juice,
Don't drink
one
it.
for him and one for
It's probably
myself.
like laced with something.
Yes.
Then I noticed that he put a phone down on the table next to him.
That's him!
So I acted like I sneezed and got some on my arm. Then I asked for a tissue. He went to get some tissue and he left his phone like I thought he would. I texted her back, and to my horror, the phone rang. I looked at the caller ID and it was my name. I heard him coming back.
Oh!
He came back and we sat there for about a minute. And then the phone rang again because he never checked the message that I sent. He looked at the phone. I looked at the phone. Then we looked at each other. I postured up, and he calmly said, I guess you caught me.
Oh, snap! Oh!
Then out of nowhere, he lunged toward me, attempting to grab me. I
Whoa!
punched him. And he fell on his face.
Oh my
I
goodness.
ran out so fast, and I never looked
Just be
back.
glad you still went for that martial arts
I called
class.
the cops.
Yeah.
And when they got there, The man was still knocked out.
Oh, thank goodness.
After that,
Oh,
I
look at
never
that
went on
shiner.
dates with people that I met online again.
Whoa. Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually a smart thing to do because... Hold on. That's actually a smart thing to do because you never know who's behind that screen.
Exactly.
Like, it could be anybody. It could either be like... It could be anybody. So, which is why I never, like, talk to anybody random on Instagram. Or anybody at all. Damn.
Yeah.
What was your take on that?
Well, I watched, I think it was Grey's Anatomy, and yes, I'm referring to a TV series, but there was a part where she started dating this guy via, I don't know if it was Tinder or something, and she thought he was such a nice guy, and there was a picture of him when he was young and everything like that, and then when she met him, he was, like, old and wasn't the same guy, and she was so confused, and she just left the relationship.
Oh yeah, I actually saw that episode.
Yeah.
He was like a more obese guy.
Yes. It was kind of creepy, and I think she was like, nope, this relationship is definitely over.
It's over. Went down.
And also, I also saw guys on Camp Lodge that they're always warning us, especially our teenagers, to never ever trust anyone. Just not even on Instagram, but also on like Facebook and all the social media platforms.
Like literally anything.
Yeah. Because it's really dangerous.
Any social media platform could be like very dangerous.
And it's not necessarily just guys that do this, guys. Yes, there are guys that are creating for young girls, and it also goes into kidnapping, high rates of kidnapping with girls, yes. But I think there are also fake woman accounts.
Yeah,
that
there
guys
are.
get trapped under, and they're actually not that beautiful, or they're these weird
they're like,
old ladies or something.
Yeah, like weird, like psychopaths, like Satanists.
Yes. So, yeah, guys. I think we've learned from this video to not trust Instagram and pretty accounts.
Yeah. Okay, next one is called True Creepy Creature Horror Story. And we can already see, like, there's already somebody at the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's go.
My name is Magda, and I'm 26 years old. I work in an office in the city. On the weekends, I used to love to get away from all the hustle and bustle and take a trip to the countryside.
What's this hustle and bustle?
Luckily, I have a cottage in a small village which is located right at the edge of the forest.
Why would you put something like that at the edge of the
spend
forest?
the weekend in my little cottage. Why did I
I'll
stop?
have to stay away from the
Well,
traffic.
I'll tell you. After a hard week at work, I needed to rest, so I decided to get out of town. I went home, packed my bags, threw them in the trunk, and drove off. When I arrived in the village, it was late in the evening and I was tired from the long drive.
Oh,
I went
snap.
straight to bed and fell asleep quickly. In the middle of the night, I was awakened by the sound of my car alarm going off.
Oh.
I looked out the window, but there was nobody in sight. I found my car keys, pressed the button to shut off the alarm, and the awful noise stopped.
Okay.
I laid back down and tried to fall asleep. All of a sudden, the alarm went off again. I didn't feel like getting up, so I just grabbed my keys and pressed the button once more. Everything was peaceful and quiet again.
Okay,
However,
so
5 minutes later, the alarm went off a third time.
What?
Once or twice could have been an accident, but now I was wondering what was going on. Could someone be playing tricks on me in the middle of the night? I got up again and pressed the button to turn off the alarm. But this time, I didn't lay back down. I stood at the curtains and watched.
That's actually a good idea.
After a few minutes, I saw something by the light of the moon. A shadow emerged from the bushes and slowly approached the car. I could just about make out the shape. It was something tall, skinny, and black.
It's
The
Thunderman!
figure reached out with its long, thin arms and knocked on the car.
Oh.
The alarm went off again, and quick as a flash, the dark figure retreated back into the bushes.
Oh.
At that moment, I realized what was going on and began shaking with fear. I turned off the alarm and continued to watch. The thing emerged from the bushes again, slid silently over to the gate,
Oh no!
threw a hand through them, and removed the partition holding the gates closed.
Oh,
I was
no.
paralyzed with fear, and I couldn't move. My mind was overcome by panic thoughts. What was it? What did it want from me? What was it doing? Would it ever go away?
I
A
doubt
shiver
that.
ran through my body. From
Always
my
going
head down
forward
to
to
my
the house.
toes. My mouth was dry and my heart was beating fast. I was so tense, I was gritting my teeth and clenching my hands into fists. I regained control of myself and ran down the stairs as fast as my legs could carry me to the ground
But it could be there.
floor. I wanted to look for something I could use to protect myself. However, just as I was about to switch on the lights, I suddenly froze in my tracks.
She saw
The
it, didn't
dark
she?
figure was at the window.
Whoa!
It was pressed up against the glass, staring in, looking to see whether or not there was someone home. I immediately ducked down behind the sofa and peered out. That's when I realized what all those tricks with the car were for. It was trying to lure its victim outside.
Oh, snap!
I couldn't take my eyes off its hideous face. Its skin was the color of
Oh!
ash and covered with wrinkles.
It's like a vampire
Its eyes were
Voldemort.
small, beady, and completely black.
She looks like a weird.
Instead of it having a nose, there were two
Oh, yeah.
ragged holes. It didn't have any
Oh,
lips,
look at
just
that thing.
2 rows of sharp, yellow teeth. When it
Oh.
breathed, it was so heavy and hoarse that it was misting up the window. I just knew it wasn't going to go away. After standing at the window for a few moments, I heard a rustling noise as it came to the front door.
Oh, no.
I watched
Oh!
as it tried to push its fingers through the gap under the door. The handle
How big
began
is
to
that thing's
twitch
arm?
wildly up and down. The creature emitted a chilling sound.
Whoa.
It was not like a human voice. It was
Ugh.
a deep, beastly growl, like an angry dog chewing on a bone.
Ew.
I knew that if it heard me, it would keep trying until it found a way to get into the house. I crouched down behind the
veiny.
sofa, hiding in the shadows and desperately trying not to make a sound. Tears began involuntarily streaming down my face.
Oh,
No
he's
matter
leaving.
how much I tried to stop them, I could feel my
back the
pulse
window.
pounding in my temples, and I was shaking like a leaf, just waiting for it to end. I don't know how long I cowered there.
Oh, she passed
I
out.
must have been passed out. When I woke up and looked out the window, the creature was gone. The door was still in place, and everything seemed secure.
Wow.
I've never been so relieved in all my life. I ran upstairs and looked out the window. It was light outside, and there was no sign of anything wrong. Taking a chance, I grabbed my keys, and without stopping to collect any of my things, I ran out to the car. I jumped in, locked the doors, and drove away from the village as fast as I could. I didn't stop driving until I got back to the city. When I got back to my apartment, I turned on the radio and heard a news report. The announcer said that, in the village, the dead bodies of 2 girls had been discovered. Their corpses had been mutilated and dumped in a swamp. I guess the creature found what it was looking for. I don't want to, but I am curious to know. What would have happened if I didn't make the right decision of sprinting?
Oh! Oh, no. That is something terrifying. No, what do you think was actually... What did you think was actually that thing?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a. I don't even know if it was human. But I don't think. I think I would just run away from them.
You know, I think that was actually like some sort of like a crazy person, like was actually like raised in the woods, because like, did you see how gray it was?
Yes.
It looked almost like a vampire, like a very pale vampire.
Yeah.
It's so weird because I don't know if that's an actual thing, like people like in the woods. Well, obviously, but that was so weird.
Yeah. Freaky.
Comment below if you guys know what that thing was, what that thing actually was, because we have no idea what that was.
Yeah, or just like if it is a goblin, or have you seen anything like that? Yeah, just comment down below.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, next one is true childhood horror story animated.
When I was 8 years old, I used to live in my grandma's house in Ecuador. Many of the neighbors would talk to my parents about seeing weird stuff in the house, like shadows moving around the windows when we weren't home. The first thing that would come to our heads was that someone must have broken into the house. But
that's scary.
nothing would ever be missing. Of course, they didn't think that there was someone breaking in. They were sure that our house was haunted. Everyone even refused
what kind of
to come
person says
inside
that?
for
Like,
parties or
hey,
any other special
your place is
occasion.
haunted.
They told us to
That's
get a
not a
priest
normal thing to
and
say.
get rid of any bad spirits. We didn't take their warnings as something important because my parents don't believe in those kinds of things. Although I would hear someone going up the stairs at night. Our stairs were really old, so they would make a loud sound when someone would step on them. However, when I checked, there was nothing. I would just run to my bed and cover my head with the sheets.
That's actually a weird thing to hear because...
One night, someone started knocking on the door really hard and screaming. We got really scared.
That's not a normal house noise.
12:30 a.m. and everyone was asleep by then in our neighborhood. It was extremely rare that someone would be up at that time. My dad took his shotgun and told my mom and me to stay in my room and not move.
Immediately
I was
just
scared for my dad's safety, but I felt relieved when my dad said my neighbor's name. He informed us that a water pipe had broke in our backyard and the water was spraying his house and broke one of his windows. He was nice about the situation and even said he'd help us fix the pipe. My dad got the shovels, as the pipes were underground, and we had to dig to see what was wrong and how we could fix it. As we started digging, they realized that they needed other materials, and they went to get it, leaving me alone in the backyard. There was barely any light back there. The only source of light we had was the moon, and one...
Wait, just hold on a second. So, your idea was just to leave your child alone in the backyard in the dark.
That makes a lot of sense, guys.
That's just crazy.
That's crazy. After you guys know that the stairs are creaking and the door was shaking, you guys would still leave your child there.
Yeah, but the thing is, that could actually just be like normal house noises because at night I usually like hear like weird stuff, like it literally sounds like this. Well, not like that, but during the night I literally hear that. But it could just be like
the wind.
Yeah, because this is just like an old house. I don't know when it was built, but did you know this house was actually made for blind people?
Really?
Well, it was originally owned by blind people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You actually found that out like years ago, and I was surprised. But yeah, let's get back to this.
Light post a block away from my house. I was pissed off. I mean, how could they leave an 8-year-old boy there by himself?
He was 8!
It's at 8
but
years
I
old.
didn't say anything about it. About 10 minutes had gone by since they left.
10
I was
minutes?
wondering what was taking them so long. They were only getting some materials after all. But as I was going to go back inside, I saw something moving really fast at the corner of my eye. I froze. I wanted to run, but I couldn't. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. All I could do was move my eyes. I started to freak out, looking around to see what the hell was running around me. I didn't see anything. It was as if there was nothing there at all. But then I looked to my right, and I saw something that haunts me to this very day.
You saw it?
It was a demon, in my opinion. It was so tall, around 7 or 8 feet tall.
That can't be real. That actually can't be real.
Skinny legs with a really buff body. It also had very long spiral horns. And his eyes shine in the dark. I still
that can't be real.
Move. The thing ran by me, looked at me, but it didn't do anything to me. It just looked at me. It could have been a goat or a sheep. I've never seen one so big or one that walks on 2 legs like a human.
Exactly.
It ran, and I hid behind a big tree by my neighbor's house.
Whoa.
Finally, I could move. I yelled at the top of my lungs while crying hysterically. My dad came running with his shotgun in hand and asked me what was wrong. I explained what I saw to him, but he didn't believe me.
Of course.
Nor did my mom. But someone did.
The
My
neighbor
neighbor told me that he thought nothing happened to me because I'm a kid. As time passed, I slowly got over it.
Weird.
I moved from that house and moved to New York.
New York.
My grandparents sold the house, and I left that experience in the past. However, that's not where this story ends.
Oh no.
In my sophomore year in high school, I had a nightmare.
Oh no.
The thing that I saw that night was in it this time. I could only see its head as it was hiding behind the big tree. He said 3 words that'll haunt me until my time comes. It said, "You can't hide."
Wow.
I woke up from my nightmare and headed to school. While in school, at around 12:30 p.m., there was an announcement.
12:30.
A classmate of mine had been killed in front of my school by a car without brakes.
Oh.
I turned pale as I thought my nightmare may have something to do with the incident.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense because that's gotta be paranoia.
Even went home
Yeah.
early. I told my parents about it, but
Explain
this
that.
time they took me to a priest, and he said he'd give me something in 3 days. Every single day I had the same
But wait,
nightmare until
don't
my
you think
priest gave
it's-
me a blessed
Wait, hold
cross.
on.
Don't you think it's significant when that demon said the 3 words, and then the priest says 3
3
things?
days.
3
3.
days.
3 days. Isn't
So
that like...
it's 3-3? Don't you like?
Yeah,
it's
isn't-
it's a clue?
Yes, because if you plus 3 with 3, that's 6.
Yes.
That's simply known as a demonic number.
yes.
Oh,
Oh my word!
that's... I just realized that now.
Oh
wow.
my word.
And I haven't had any nightmares about the thing anymore. However, every
Oh,
night
no.
I sleep with the covers over my head. Call me a coward or anything you want, but the thing still hasn't left my mind. Those 3 words haunt me
Oh.
to this day, making me wonder
Oh.
when I will forget or move on from the thing.
Whoa! That is so freaky. But that can't be like a... That can't be possible because... What? How would you explain that? Okay, maybe he like saw something like because obviously he has 8-year-olds have like big imagination because they're still
Yes.
young.
Yes.
But
But it also depends on what they watch as well.
yeah,
So it either could be that, or he could have really seen demons because they are real.
yeah.
Because demons are real.
But the thing is, demons don't usually like show themselves like fully because they would usually like use something to like show their presence.
Yes, but obviously they wouldn't be able to get hurt.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
But what I actually think is maybe it's because he's like so young, like he would actually just like saw something that would like traumatize him because it was like in the dead of night,
Yeah.
like at 12:30.
Yeah. Like when I was small, in the night time, I used to think that like my eyes were playing tricks on me. I would see funny like
Like-
visions or like some weird
Like-
things. The
like
one time
weird
I-
stuff.
Yeah, like the one time I thought that there was like a snake. I don't know if my mind was playing tricks on me. So it could have been that, or it could be something else. It could have been real.
You know, I actually don't know if I actually saw something like weird, but I do occasionally hear like weird stuff, like literally one time, like literally heard something, like something that fell off, but nothing fell, which is weird.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. But that couldn't be real. He could have just like saw something.
Yeah. Maybe. Whew.
Okay, this is the final one. It's true astral projection horror story. Now, there was actually a movie based off of this, and it was called Insidious. Have you ever heard about that movie?
Yes. I think I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
It's actually a really good movie. In fact, it actually had 4 installments.
Gee.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see.
Ugh.
When I was in the 7th grade, I heard about astral projection for the first time and thought the idea seemed pretty cool. Who wouldn't want an out-of-body experience and travel around the world? Anyways, I've been attempting it for several months to no avail. I did
Several
doubt
months?
it wasn't real and eventually stopped attempting it. Then one day out of January, I decided to hit the bed at around 7 p.m. to take a nap, and the next second
Whoa.
I began to feel I was being pulled out of my body as a strong vibration feeling overcame me, similar to that body feeling you get from a strong nicotine rush. I then was
what?
floating in my room and felt a presence right behind me. I
Oh!
didn't think much of it. It wasn't a good presence, more of a demonic one. Despite there being my family in the
That's
home
creepy.
awake, I didn't see anyone there, and only the light that
Hello.
illuminated the stairway was on. Everything also had a blue tint to it, and I could see clearly in the dark. I had to swim through the air to be able to move, and went through my door and swam my way downstairs.
That would actually be
I
a really cool
decided to go
experience.
up
Yeah.
and through the ceiling, and then through the roof, and explore this new plane of existence. However, as I went through the ceiling, I saw this creature rushing towards the stairs, and it
Whoa.
stopped as soon as I stopped moving
Whoa.
to see it. I could only see the back of it from the right side of
Whoa.
it since it was blocked by a wall, but it had yellow skin, pointy, elongated ears, a tail that's medium-sized, and it appeared to be as tall as I was at the time, 5'6".
Wow.
I stared at it for a few seconds, frozen in fear, and before I knew it, I was awake,
Whoa.
back in my bed. I looked at my clock and several minutes had passed by.
Only several minutes.
I don't know what to think of that, but it was an interesting experience.
Whoa! Oh!
Whoa.
for some reason, that thing reminded me of like an old like Disney character. Have you ever heard of a series called Gargoyles?
No.
Well, it was actually a really good series, and that reminded me of one of those characters. I think his name was Lexington.
Okay.
Because in that series, each of those gargoyles have like their own names. Like one of them's name is Brooklyn, the other's name was Goliath. I can't remember what the other one was called, but that thing immediately reminded me of one of them.
Gee. Kind of reminded me in a way of like a goblin, sort of.
Yeah, and those teeth. Oh, it reminds me so much of it.
Yeah.
Even though that you didn't see it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, guys.
Wow. Okay, time to scale the scariness. Okay, the first one, which was the Instagram one. On the scale from 1 to 10, how scary was it that for you?
About a 6.
Really?
Yeah.
I give it like a 6.5 because you never know who could be behind an Instagram screen.
Oh yes, that's true. Yeah.
In the second one with that creepy gray creature, how scary was that for you?
About an 8.
An 8,
It was
yeah.
pretty scary.
Yeah, I'll give that an 8 as well because you never know what could be in those woods. It could be anything. In fact, that was actually kind of creepy because it looked like he was like raised by wolves or something.
Yes.
Like anything. The third one with that crazy like big demon. How scary was that for you?
9.5.
9.5. That's actually a good one. That because that you could never unsee anything like that.
Yes.
Ever. Especially if you're like in one of those like religious people. You would immediately think that was a demon.
Yes.
And the final one, how scary was that?
About a 7.5. It was scary, but it wasn't as scary, I think, as the other two.
I give it like a 6.5 because
6.5. Okay, yeah.
because astral projection is, I don't know if it's an actual thing or it's just like a science fiction thing.
No, like I've seen Heaven is Real, and that was a true experience, although it wasn't demonic. He literally went to heaven, and it was a true experience, but it wasn't anything demonic. He died and then he came back to life. But it's not anything demonic, guys. It was literally it happened. The movie's called Heaven is Real.
Heaven is Real.
Yes. So if you guys want to go watch that, it's really good. And it's based on a true story.
A true story.
Yeah, true story.
In fact, did you know that the Conjuring universe is actually based off of true stories like Annabelle?
Gee.
Because the Annabelle doll is real. In fact, the real doll is just like a normal Raggedy Ann doll.
Okay, so she's not demonic, right?
Well, the thing is, they say that the doll is actually haunted.
Jeez.
But I'm not really sure if it's true or not because I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And in honor of it being October, aka the spooky month,
Yeah.
make sure
Yeah.
you guys subscribe and make sure you go check out One's Entertainment. They're the ones that make these animations. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check out all of their animations. They're doing like one every like 3 days, I think. And make sure you follow Erin at her Instagram. Her handle is right here. And do you have any other like social media accounts?
No.
Ah.
I'm only on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here is mine. Make sure you go follow them. And
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah.
guys. Thanks guys for having me.
Yeah.
I'm not a YouTuber, but I really enjoyed the video, even though I'm not good at the scary stuff. But it was pretty good.
yeah.
Cool.
Alright.
Thanks guys.
And we'll see you in the next video. See ya!